So I've been doing a lot of off-roading with the Jeep guys. I'm actually at their house right now and it's hot as crap today. Don't mind, I'm probably sweating like crazy. We have no recovery points on the 2023 Tundra. Toyota forgot the tow hooks, as we all know. I was looking online, I found some tow hooks from AFE, got ourselves some tow hooks. Let's go ahead and get into this unboxing. As you see, it's the Tundra 2022 to 2023. We opted to go for the red, but they have different color options. And what kind of unboxing video would it be if you didn't have a fancy knife? Let's see what we got in here. The install doesn't look too bad either. It looks pretty basic. I think we just dropped the sway bar brackets and replaced the brackets with these new tow hooks. Man, look at this boxing too. It's heavy too. They're probably pretty beefy. Got the, man, look at these guys. All right, let's go ahead and get the other one out. Let's see what else we got in here. Here's the other one. All right, guys, that does it. Let's go ahead and get into this install. All right, so we're under the car, and all we're gonna do is just loosen up the front skid plate. You don't have to take it all the way off, just loosen the front. And I'll probably loosen these back right here. Like I said, you don't gotta take them all the way off, just get them nice and loose, just so we got some wiggle room here, you know, just to. Let's go ahead and get these sway bar brackets off. Might be a little loud. Man, these are some beefy bolts too, wow. And this is a stock height truck, guys. It's not lifted or anything like that. If you had a lifted truck, you'd probably have a little bit more clearance. But to won't make quick work of these, what we gotta do now that the bracket's off or loose, all we gotta do is just wiggle them, and I think we slide them forward. Let's see. I think we gotta bend the tabs forward on this bracket right here. So let's let me go ahead and get a flathead screwdriver and bend these back. What we did is just stick a little flathead screwdriver under here, bend these tabs back a little bit, gives you enough clearance. You want to drop the front first, and there's a little tab in the back that we are gonna have to bend out of the way also, right there. Right there. The little tab that was in the back, we're able to just bend it back and forth until it snapped off. So that gave us the clearance. All we gotta do is, now with the skid plate loose, it gives you some wiggle room so you can move it out of the way. All we're gonna do is just align the bracket up right here. So that's pretty much the way it's gonna sit. So we're gonna go ahead and get it bolted up, and we'll be right back. All we did was put the bracket into place, and I just got the bolts hand threaded. We're not going to tighten them up. Well, we're going to tighten everything up after. So we'll undo the other side, get the bracket installed on the other side also, on the driver's side, and we'll tighten everything up. And I think I found the missing tow hooks from Toyota right here. All right, dad joke. So now we're on the driver's side, and all I'm going to do is I loosen the bottom of the top bolt slightly, or just slightly. And before I move on, I'm just going to bend these tabs back a little bit, just to give me the clearance, so when I do loosen it, I'll be able to pull it down. And all right, let's go ahead, get these unbolted. And this is probably just gonna drop right on out, since we already loosened the tabs. And I can't see what I'm doing at all. So there we go. And bracket just pops right out. All right, I know it's a little tight on here, but we got the new tow hooks just hand tight. And I saw in another video, a guy had to hammer the skid plate, but if you just keep everything loose and hand tight, and don't tighten, like, you know, don't do one side at a time. Just tighten them all together at the same time, and then you don't have to hammer the skid plate. It all just lines up perfectly right there. So now that we got it all lined up, let's go ahead and get this side nice and tight. All right, and then We'll go ahead and go with the German torque spec of Gudentheit after this, but that's pretty good. I don't see that going anywhere. So let's move on to the other side. Go ahead, bolt up the passenger side. Got those nice and tight. Let's tighten up the skid plate. That pretty much does it, guys. You don't want to see me tighten up all these bolts. These are tight, this is tight. It all lines up. Like I said, I saw some guy had to hammer them, but they all line up. All you gotta do is just make sure everything's loose, bolt these back up, and then just center the TRD skid plate, and it all seems to center up pretty well. It slightly touches. I mean, it's barely touching. But yeah, guys, we'll go ahead and get this all bolted up and test out these tow hooks. I'm extremely happy with how the AFE tow hooks turned out. The front of the truck was seriously lacking any type of recovery points, and with our big Pismo trip coming up, we didn't want to take the chance. So you might be asking yourself, just like I'm asking myself, we're gonna be taking a bone stock TRD off-road Tundra out in the dunes. There's a bunch of different traction control settings. We'll test them all out, see what works. The one thing I'm happy about now is that we got those AFE tow hooks. I threw a soft shackle on there just to demonstrate that we'll be hooking up like a kinetic rope too. When we get stuck, hopefully we don't get stuck. I'm really optimistic. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. We got some awesome giveaways coming up. Wouldn't want you guys to miss that. If you guys are interested in picking up some AFE tow hooks, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Stay tuned for the next episode of When We're in Pismo. I'm just as skeptical myself. So you guys have yourself a good weekend. Have fun, be safe.